Topping our news tonight at 6, a local family was scammed out of $1,600 just in time for the holidays. And you won't believe by whom. 23 ABC's Christine Din is in studio and has their warning for renters.
All the Moreno family wanted for Christmas was a home for the holidays. Instead, they were duped out of $1,600 by someone they met at Bible study.
While Sabrina Moreno is not a churchgoer, her husband is. Earlier this month, he attended an open Bible study. During the prayer portion,
he stepped up and said that we were in need of a home.
A woman whom he had never seen at Bible study until that night approached him afterwards.
And she said, I know of a home. And he's like, oh, can I get the number and stuff? And she goes, well, actually, I'm the landlord. So they exchanged phone numbers.
Moreno says the next day, the woman who calls herself Pearl showed Moreno's husband this home on Kentucky Street. He handed her $1,600 cash for the first and last month's rent. Moreno says Pearl promised to deliver the key and receipt the following day.
He figured, okay, well, she's part of the Bible group, I can trust her.
But Pearl never showed up and has not returned any phone calls or text messages.
She basically just saw him as an easy target.
A few days later, Moreno went to the house herself.
And I look at the house and the original landlord's here. So I introduced myself as, the tenant. And he was blown by this whole ordeal. The landlord said he's never even heard of this girl named Pearl. She's going by aliases, by Pearl and Christine.
23 ABC spoke to the landlord, who believes thieves are using Craigslist to scam victims and used his ad as bait.
So I put up ad in Craigslist, and so I believe they looked on Craigslist and said, oh, here's a house for rent. That's the address that they gave them at that point.
I'm angry. I want to catch this girl. I'm angry, very angry, because it's not right what she's doing. You have families out here that need homes, and they have kids, and it's around the holidays. I mean, they could have spent that money on their kids' Christmas gifts.
Now, the real landlord of that home says he is the only one renting it out and is not using anyone else to show the house. Meanwhile, law enforcement recommends renters go through a reputable rental management company when looking for a home and never pay with cash. Use a check or money order and make sure you get a receipt. In the studio, I'm Christine Din, 23 ABC.